Welcome to the WAN show. We have a great show for you guys today, which is good because you guys have been waiting so very long for it to start.
Not the YouTube audience.
We've got a special guest with us here. He can't get his webcam working, but quite frankly, that was the least of the issues we had today. So Kyle from Bitwit, say hi, Kyle. Yeah.
Our powers combined.
Yeah.
Yeah. Late squared. Oh my god, we should do co-op shows called Late Squared.
Apparently they can't hear you. What? Wait, you're not coming through on the Discord
Your
anymore.
mic is muted on Discord.
Unmute yourself on Discord. Unmute
Done.
yourself on Discord,
Done.
Kyle.
There we go.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. Whew. I'm breathing now. Okay. Whew. So, yes. Kyle is here.
Hi.
Trust me, he's here. We have topics. Topic number one is that Kyle is the first person, the first creator for the Floatplane platform
Oh my goodness.
of all time.
Wow.
Except for Linus Tech Tips.
Yeah, that does not count though.
Oh, yeah. So
By M.
he's
Night Shyamalan.
number 2.
Yeah.
In other news,
First
Nvidia
example.
teases another Titan X, the collector's edition.
We needed this.
In other news, next-gen AMD EPYC could be equipped with an EPYC 64 cores.
We also needed that.
And in other news, Razer announced a phone for gamers.
We needed that too.
I am
didn't
going
get
to roll the intro.
What we
and then-
really needed is
No,
WoW Classic servers
No, I'm rolling
officially
the-
on Blizzard.
I'm rolling the intro.
Yes!
I knew he was going to
I'm
try and
so excited!
Okay, I'm rolling the intro. Okay.
I think we broke
It's weird because I can't say Battle.net anymore because that's not what it is. It's Blizzard app.
What Blizzard
that
app?
just is. That's just
It's so
cringy.
stupid.
No, that's terrible.
Are
The
people,
launcher
so I'm
thing,
not-
though.
I'm not playing any Blizzard games right now, but are people actually following suit and calling it that, or are people just like, no, fuck it, I'm still calling it Battle.net?
I think.
They're probably like, no, screw it.
Watch
I'm
your
just going to call
profanity.
it Battle.net.
I think mostly people are saying Battle.net, but I don't really know. No intro music, by the way.
Oh, I don't even care.
Yeah, that's a luxury at this point. Getting the DJ to work.
Yeah, I don't know how that
you
would
launch the
even
YouTube video?
happen because I like legit did not change that at all.
Publish the YouTube video?
No, I haven't. Oh yeah, I published the YouTube video. We're good. We're live.
All right.
Okay, so
Oh my God.
Apparently, it's now BlizzardBattle.net. They changed it again.
wow, that's terrible, and they should
Wow,
feel terrible.
Blizzard, the only entity to change their name more often than I. That's saying a lot. I'm no longer the worst. Thank
Oh,
God.
I wouldn't say you're no longer the worst, man.
Congratulations.
Oh,
Okay, we're tied for worst. That's still,
Okay.
That's still okay.
okay. So I know you said you have to go at 5. The time is now 5:46.
I actually got to take my intermission bio break before the stream started. It's great. No, it's totally fine. I mean, I don't have like anywhere to be at a specific time. I was
Okay.
just trying to limit it to like a half hour so I can get other shit done.
Got it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, so much for that.
Dino.
So, do you want to talk about some other stuff? Because I'm sure you'd love to talk classic WoW, Nvidia Titan Collector's Edition. Actually, there's a lot of really great stuff today. So, do you want to talk some topics with us first, or do you want to jump into Floatplane? What do you want to do? It's up to you. We've wasted enough of your time.
Yeah.
It's totally your guys' call. I mean, I
Look-
guess we can start with the Floatplane stuff. Since
Okay.
That's news.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So Kyle is the first person to join Floatplane, and he is having the pre-alpha experience. That is for sure.
Sorry.
How's it going so far there?
It totally is pre-alpha, man. Like I feel like jumping in like as the first. It's almost like I'm the first woman that any man has ever seen. like on the forums. They're like, oh my god, what is that? We've never seen one of these before. I'm just getting like royal treatment. It's super cool, and everyone's incredibly nice. You know, like when I first went in there and I was like interacting with people and like saying like, oh thanks, I was like replying to everyone individually. And some guy was like, you know, kindly was like, hey, you know, like, well, glad you're here, but by the way, you can use like the multi-quote,
yeah.
That's probably preferred. And so I was like, yeah, sure. And then like I actually tried it out. I was like, yeah, like, what do you think of my first multi-quote? How did I do? And he's like, well, you only quoted me, so it's hard to say. I feel like my grandpa on Facebook right now. So I mean, but it's been great. Like your community's awesome, and everyone's been super kind and welcoming so far. So
okay, well
it's legit.
That's really cool. That's great.
Sweet.
Okay, so basically right now the way that it works, I'm just gonna fire up the store here. Is if you go to this, so okay. Our plan was actually not to bring on other creators.
No.
What?
Poor Luke.
So it was just me? You created Floatplane just for Bitwit? That's
No,
wow.
definitely
I'm
not.
getting touched.
Luke just hasn't slept a lot in the last week. And a half.
No longer
In the
his
last
vocabulary.
year.
To be fair, no one on the Floatplane team really has, so thanks.
Because the plan for Floatplane was to bring other creators on sometime after Linus Media Group properties had been live on the new site for some time.
Yeah, oh yeah. So like a while from now.
Yeah, so like potentially other creators were still 4 to 6 months out in terms of a realistic timeline.
And it was like, okay, let's do
it. Yeah, right. I was kind of the you know, if I was Floatplane's child, I was definitely the mistake child.
Yeah, you were the premature.
The first one being
the first
premature child.
Mistake.
Yeah. So basically,
and I think you can partially blame YouTube for that, right? Because
well, yeah.
they killed off all the paid channels as of 2 days ago, and as far as I know, I'm like one of the only, if not the only, tech YouTuber that actually had a paid channel on YouTube's platform. So I was really the only one to seemingly get affected by it, and then that's when you guys were like, hey, like, speaking of which, we've got an alternative that's way better.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves with the way better there.
Well, yeah, we haven't seen the actual official site yet.
We're working on it.
But we're working on an alternative. So how long were you running Bitwit Ultra as a paid channel through YouTube before they just like canned it?
I want to say it's been about a year.
Which lines up?
I feel like YouTube. Yeah, I feel like YouTube. Yeah, it definitely lines up with like how YouTube works, because they like to like work you up and be like, hey, look at all these new features and things we added, and then like it's congratulations, it's your 1 year anniversary, we're shutting it down. So I guess like it just kind of happened out of nowhere. But yeah, it's been going for about a year now. I launched Bitwit Ultra, which was basically early access, ad-free content, both on YouTube and Patreon simultaneously, because there was a huge group of people who weren't able to view paid channels on YouTube based on the country. Like, apparently not all countries are supported there, so it was a huge just sort of ordeal. I was thinking, oh, you know, it's not bad uploading all my content to a second channel. That's not too much work. And then I find out that I have to upload it to a third channel now, because Patreon doesn't actually have a native uploader, so I actually had to I had to create a third YouTube channel, upload all my early access content there, have it unlisted, and then link it to Patreon. It was just like...
So, okay, for the viewers out there... For the viewers out there that are sitting there going, well, gee, why are you an idiot? Why didn't you just upload the video to your Bitwit channel, unlisted a week early, and then give that to the Patreon people, and then just set it public? And, hold on, no, there's a legitimate reason for this. Whether Kyle himself is actually aware of it or not, I'm not sure. But there's a real reason for this, and we've observed that algorithmically, YouTube doesn't entirely forget, and I'm using finger quotes for forget, because YouTube is not a sentient being. Although... Yeah, so far.
It is a machine that is learning.
That was the worst. YouTube doesn't. Sorry, Nick was doing the stairs behind us. He was walking down the stairs behind the show, and he's like still in like 20% of the frame by the time he's like standing up and walking away. So YouTube doesn't entirely forget the upload date.
Yeah.
when it does its machine learning nonsense about sending out your video to people. So what's weird is like you'll upload something a week early, let's say, and you'll set it public, and the public, like the date you see for the video upload externally is the date you made it public. But the date you see internally in your CMS is the date you uploaded it. YouTube still knows. And what we've observed is that leaving something sitting on the channel for some time actually causes it to kind of rot. Yeah.
And not only just that, but if you upload something unlisted with the same name, thumbnail, and actual video content, and then release another one, that second one will also get tanked.
So
and that's exactly why a lot of people were wondering, like a lot of my Ultra subscribers who were, when it was still on YouTube, they were like, Kyle, why are you uploading the same video but with a different title and thumbnail?
Yeah.
It's because I was noticing as I was getting situated with this new model and stuff, is that like my view count just started to tank with all these videos that were getting re-uploaded, essentially on a different channel, but still using the same metadata and things like that. And then I noticed that there was sort of an uptick once I started switching up the thumbnails, and then I was like, oh my god, this becomes even more work now. But it was just that it is what it is, It's just kind of that's how they do it.
To be clear to the viewers out there, YouTubers as a whole are not like complaining about the hard work that we do to come up with a different title for the video the second time we upload it or whatever. It's just one of those things where where it really runs into a lot of work for us is when there's all these little different moving parts that we have to get synchronized, and then something's wrong and you have to like bail on a family dinner and go figure out what's going on and which one you forgot. And it's just having a bunch of different moving parts when you go to publish a video is just kind of a pain in the butt.
And it can also be more difficult than people realize to actually come up with 2 good thumbnails and 2 good titles for the same video. It's hard enough to find 1 really effective thumbnail and title, let alone 2, where like it's actually really good and eye-catching and grabby, but also doesn't piss off your audience for being clickbait. You got to find that fine line, and finding 2 things on the fine line can be.
Boy, is that ever a balancing act.
Like some of my old think that it was video because it had.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they're like, you're trying to do this to get more views. Like, no, yes, I'm not trying to duplicate my views. I'm not trying to get your view twice. I'm trying to attract, single unique viewership. So it gets all messed up. I mean, such a gap of communication and what's going on behind the scenes between the creator and viewers that they understand just exactly what we're going for.
One of my favorite things is that this whole paid channels going down thing is on the exact, to the day, 1-year anniversary of Vessel going down.
Is it really?
Did you know? Yeah, November 1st.
I did not notice.
I tweeted about it and everything. November 1st was when Vessel went down, and November 1st was when YouTube paid channels went down.
Interesting.
So on the anniversary of Vessel going down, paid channels went down, and Kyle joined Floatplane.
Huh. And it's also, because Floatplane started almost to the day when Vessel went down, because those two events were somewhat related, let's say.
Yeah.
That's also the anniversary of Floatplane development actually starting. Not quite to the day, but it was a few days earlier.
That's a little bit of a strong...
It's gray. It's gray.
Well, because there's
gray.
also different stages. Because at the very beginning we were like, we put videos on forum, you download, hooray.
Yeah.
Now there's streaming.
Can
and
I
stuff.
tease things
that
a little bit?
Way later.
Can we talk about it a little bit?
It's so janky right now.
I know, but can we just show some of the?
Sure.
Let's just do it. Okay, so first I'm going to show the way that it actually works. So
man.
Kyle and I talked about this last night. One of the things that Floatplane strives to do
Jax and the other guy that I don't know if his name is able to be public are going to slap me. But let's do it.
We'll figure this out. So, so Kyle and I were talking last night. One of the things that Floatplane really wants to do is work with the creators on what's going to work best for the platform. And since Kyle joined, one of the biggest pieces of feedback we've gotten from viewers has been like, yo, right now it's $3 for Linus Media Group and it's $3 for Bitwit. It would be great if we could combine those and do a combo purchase. And so I had a call with Kyle. We talked it through last night. I talked to Luke today. And basically the conclusion that we came to is that if we were to offer a discount, we are either going to be, what it's going to turn into is it's going to turn into trying to build a video platform as opposed to trying to build a tool for individual creators to use. And that wasn't really the point of the platform in the first place. So we crunched some numbers and we figured out, okay, well, what if the Floatplane platform itself could just make some pie-in-the-sky assumptions about bandwidth usage being significantly lower for one person subscribed to 10 creators versus 10 people subscribed to one creator, and we could just kind of absorb that out of there. And what we ended up with was a discount level that would frankly look kind of insulting.
Yeah.
And what we also ended up with was a fundamental change to the model that we didn't really like. So for us, we want to make sure that we're operating with a safe amount of margin to keep the platform sustainable.
Because we don't want to go down on November 1st, 2018.
Yeah, really. And the other thing is that if we have extra, we have no problem giving it back. But for us, it's a creator-first platform, and we'd love to do things like, and Kyle, this is probably the first time you're hearing about this, but one of the things that I'd like to do is take all of the Floatplane margin that's coming in from your first couple of months here and then dump that into some promoted posts on Facebook and stuff like that to see if we can drive in more subscribers. So that's the kind of thing that we'd rather do versus just, discount a bundle of 3 creators by like $1. So we want to make sure that any money that's coming in is going to supporting the creators on the platform. So I think we've pretty much made a final decision there. We're not going to offer bundles because it would really either hamper the choice of creators in terms of the types of bundles that they want to offer consumers, or it would hamper our ability to properly develop and support the creators and the platform. So there you go. There's that. Now, let's jump into some stuff that nobody has really seen before.
Oh, geez.
Okay. Actually, one more thing. This won't be the only time that I pimp this, but it is in our best interest now, for the first time ever, to drive subscriptions to another creator, which is weird. This is like a weird, awkward position for me. So I'm posting some links right now.
It's only awkward if you want it to be.
Right now, you actually access Bitwit through the LTT forum. So I'm going to show you guys how that looks. Oh,
Which I still have not gotten used
Don't
to.
put in your admin account.
Anytime I log into Linus Tech Tips and it's like go to the store, I see Floatplane and I just see like my logo. I'm like, okay, they're getting DDoSed right now. What's happening? This doesn't make any sense.
No, it's not. It's not an error. That is a Bitwit logo on LinusTechTips.com. Super bizarre. So once you're subscribed, what happens is you'll see this Floatplane section at the top of the forum, and then you'll be able to go to Bitwit Ultra, and you will find. Okay, so right now, which ones are early access right now?
Videos?
Yeah.
So, let's see. I think there's the announcement. Well, actually, right now there are no early access videos as far as like a week early. There's just one that posted.
Can you tell me what's
today.
coming?
Yes, I can actually. The H700i from NZXT, the new case.
Oh, cool.
That's like $200 freaking dollars. That's going to be going up very soon. And additionally, I think what's the other one? There's other stuff. There's more good stuff coming soon. I can't even think of it right now.
That's fine. That's a good enough sales pitch. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's totally great. Plus, it'll look way better than it does on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah. And the secret to that is what? Just like higher bitrate? Because
basically.
A lot of people in the forum were saying that the 720 on your forum or on Floatplane really is looking better and crispier than 1080p on YouTube.
Yeah, so
basically
it's
a bitrate thing.
It's more nuanced than that. There's like how you transcode it to be able to get more quality in a lower amount of bitrate and all this kind of jazz. But yeah, there's some special sauce going on.
It does look really good.
Yeah.
Like, wow, I don't even have to use my nice camera anymore. I can use my phone, and it looks like all my good stuff.
It's actually kind of like what I've seen a pretty common comparison for, and this is not from me, is that it's one step up, kind of. So 720 on ours looks sort of like 1080 on YouTube. 1080 on ours looks sort of like 4K on YouTube.
Yep.
So
And
if
we
I
haven't
upload a
launched 4K
video,
yet.
it'll look like
We have okay. We are getting way ahead of ourselves here. Okay, the last time I'm going to get ahead of ourselves today is to show you guys what the site will not look like.
Oh.
Effectively.
YouTube.com.
Because it's going to be pretty different from this, right?
Sort of.
Oh, okay, so it's not that
It's not
different
going to be
anymore?
that different.
Oh, okay, cool. Never mind. I thought I was looking at an old version.
No,
okay.
because the blue top bar is gone.
Ah,
Because
okay.
if you click on an individual channel, like if you click on Tech Quickie, you can see how the top bar being gone affects it more. There you go.
Ah, yes. Okay, cool. Okay, so Kyle, you may actually be no, you've seen this because you can log into it. So right now, registration is closed. You can't log into the site.
Yeah, stop it.
But we are showing for the first time what Floatplane may or may not end up looking like.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be changes.
Yeah.
We're obviously not going to have a giant Razer logo in our
Yeah,
banner.
no, that's
just a
placeholder.
random placeholder image.
Yep, but there will be channel banners like this. Videos are going to be basically the star of the show.
There
as far
is
as
going to
the
be
page
layout
layout
differences, though.
There will be layout differences.
And this is the videos tab, so this actually might look pretty exactly how it does now, but there's probably going to be a home tab that looks different.
Right now, it's full of placeholder garbage. Like,
Yeah.
we make videos and stuff. Cool, You should probably check out Linus Cat Tips. Who put that there?
I think that was Linus Forsell.
Okay, brilliant. So here's what playlists may or may not end up looking like. Everything is very
There's
much
a different,
work in
there's a
progress.
different idea for those.
Yeah. How close to the comment section is this going to be?
Type one in.
Hey, here's a comment. Post. Woo! So there you go, guys. There's a comment.
There's
Wow, in real time, it says how many seconds ago it
like
was.
and dislike.
And-
Okay, no. That's probably not going to continue to be a thing. No, hold on. Real-time comment counters, no. Probably not.
That would bury us so fast. Wow. So here's some, other videos from this particular creator.
So these aren't hooked into the back end, so we can't play
Yeah.
the video right now, but that's
Yeah.
not a huge deal.
Are we planning to have the video stay playable at the top as we scroll through the comments?
Yeah, so it's going to
Okay,
stay
cool.
fixed, and you'll keep scrolling, and this part of your
Yep.
screen will scroll. Yeah.
Yep.
So like major things that we need to work on right now is being able to do payment stuff.
Yep.
Account creation is doing pretty okay. We're working on connected accounts so that you guys can log in with your forum accounts that you already have for Bitwit
Yeah.
Ultra and LMG Floatplane, and we'll have access to the things that you've already paid for on the new site, so you don't need to do anything, and then we'll just incentivize changing over payment platforms, because honestly the one we're on right now is super terrible, and you should be on the new one, but we're gonna try to have some incentives so that you want to be on the new one too. And there's definitely more stuff to do on the site, but that's sort of how it will look.
Yep.
No crazy major changes outside of that. Oh, you're not streaming this. Okay.
No, I'm not streaming
I was
this.
like, all right, we're showing that. Okay.
Well, I was kind of thinking, why not?
I mean, we can.
We can show how alpha it is. Hey, Kyle, do you think we should show them the alphaness of the CMS?
the alphaness. Sorry, my vocabulary is not vast.
Alpha, beta.
Alpha, beta. Okay, we're gonna do it.
Yes. The answer is yes. 1,000 times yes.
We're gonna do
I'll be
it.
hated by
Okay.
everyone if
Oh,
I
should I show the settings page too?
do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this
Okay.
is the setting. None of the other tabs work.
Yeah, unavailable. Subscriptions, unavailable. Notifications, well,
Nothing there.
privacy. Well, this is
Nothing
super private.
Oh yeah.
Super
It
private.
is.
There's
Yeah. Tons of security.
Literally all the
security
private.
through obscurity. That's
Yeah.
what that is. This is
It
what
was,
like
it was
your
pretty hilarious. It was pretty hilarious when you.
Yeah.
All right, so here's where you would like. And then here's where you put in the description, totally non-functional, but it will eventually. And then
Yeah.
over here, it's like, I was like, yes.
This is the.
Yeah, this is exactly.
This is a bug.
Yeah, this is.
Yep.
So this is a bug. This is a video that I was trying to upload like yesterday, and
Now it's stuck here.
now it's just stuck, and so
Yeah.
I can't. You can't actually do any
Well,
of
the
this,
schedule
but,
change
like,
thing isn't supposed to work right now.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry
Try to
about it,
imagine
man.
the potential.
Click edit
guys.
on one of these
Imagine the
things.
potential.
Okay, we got an edit button for videos that are uploaded,
Yeah,
so
that's
that
new.
was
Oh,
exciting.
thank
Yeah.
God. Oh, thank God we can edit them.
You can
Well, I don't know
change
if you
the
can
thumbnail.
actually edit them.
You
Like,
can.
there's no save button.
Oh well.
There's no
No.
apply.
Just
You can edit them, but you
delete
can't
that.
save any of your changes.
You can save the changes on changing the thumbnail. So
Hey.
Some things are there.
Hey-oh, there's a save button. So look. I'm not giving you.
It's
crap.
only been up for like a day.
I'm not giving you crap. No, the point of this.
It's like I haven't slept in weeks.
Look.
There's been some really good development that has happened, okay?
Okay, no, there is actual. So most of the work over the last year has been back-end work.
There's been infrastructure. There's been a lot of infrastructure work that's happened.
Because guys, like, we are all about that back end. So check this out.
Hey.
This should be a much more impressive demo. This is Kyle's GTX 1070 Ti video. Click.
What's cracking, people?
Whoa,
Welcome back
did
to
you
the channel.
see how
Hope you're all
fast that
doing well.
played?
Today's video is going to be
Did you
very
see
haphazardly
that?
thrown together because I'm short on time. What else is new,
Am I
Kyle? I
getting
know.
close?
So apologies
Yo, are you
in
gonna
advance for that.
DMCA
But I
the
still
WAN
think
show
the data
because
that
I'm
you're going to
playing
be
a video
seeing today
inside my video?
is going to
Like,
excite
is that
you.
how that's going to go down, dude? I just want to check with you. Yeah,
Negatory.
okay. Negatory? Okay, that's good. By the way, I love your profile picture.
It is literally the best screenshot of me on the internet ever, in existence forever. I think Brandon actually tweeted me. He's like, "This is by far the best video clip that you will ever produce in your life." I was like, okay, thanks, Brandon. I don't want to shoot for the stars anymore. But yeah.
Now you just need to get like multiple versions of like alcohol things and have all of them hit you in the eye at the same time.
Yes. Paul and I did a design contest for Awesome Hardware recently, and
Oh,
one of the
no.
entries, one of my personal favorites, is actually on my store right now. Is like sort of like a cartoonized or animated version of that screenshot, and it says "Beware of bottlenecks."
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's not bad.
I like
So
that.
good.
That's
I know.
not bad.
They were
Huh. I wouldn't buy one,
Good
but if
stuff.
you sent it to me for free, I might
No.
consider wearing it. How about that?
Yeah, you should wear it because I feel self-conscious wearing a shirt with my face on. It's very, very awkward. I don't like going in public.
Oh man. So anyway, there you guys go. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll link the store one more time. Here, I'll link specifically the Join Bitwit Ultra one. Go check it out. So you're doing 1 week early access, and I think you had also promised streaming, even though Luke and I were pretty clear that streaming doesn't work yet. But that's the last thing that I think Luke wants to update you on live.
What? What am I updating?
You guys have been doing some testing.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
well,
right?
we've
Same
done
page.
some testing. Yeah, it's been going okay. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done. We're going to be working on it tonight. My little after party stream is going to be streamed to Twitch and our own infrastructure, which is
Cool.
crazy. And we're going to see how that goes and do some stress testing.
Yep.
AJ was doing testing from like uploading to a server in Quebec
Yep.
and then having that go over to the EU and then watching that stream off of an EU edge server. And
Yeah.
it was like actually doing pretty well.
Cool.
We need to get multi-resolution working. We need to get a live chat. We need connected accounts working so that people can use their accounts to actually talk in the live chat. There's a bunch of work that still needs to be done, but yeah, it's coming along.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds promising.
All right. Do you guys want to do some actual tech news? I mean, this was tech,
Okay.
and it was news.
Tech news show.
All right. So this was originally posted by Max Settings on the forum, and the original article is this YouTube video from Nvidia. So everyone has to be quiet for a second here because I think the audience actually has sound off my laptop this week. So one moment here. Dun dun dun. Dun, 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 dun. I remember.
It was red and green.
Yeah, so it's probably RGB.
Oh.
Yeah. No, it's not. Nvidia is not releasing a red graphics card. So they released a teaser this morning for the new Titan X Collector's Edition. No mention of specs. It does look like a new cooler design with more lighting, with a green light clearly eliminating the vapor chamber and heatsink fin array. Lighting may be customizable because in a couple frames there's a second glowing red graphics card, and it also seems like the fan could stick out from the frame with its own acrylic element. The scuttlebutt is that they could announce it at CES 2018, considering it has a scheduled keynote at the show.
Okay,
I actually doubt they would tease it 2 months ahead of time. It must be coming sooner than that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kyle, does the world need another Titan?
What is? No. Maybe someone's gonna argue for. I don't think we need one.
So what we have, the Titan X, the Titan X Pascal, the Titan XP, and the Titan X Collector's Edition.
Like, I think it's stupid, but I also don't care. Like, if someone wants to buy it, sure, go ahead. I don't know.
Wait, is it going to perform any different than
No one
any
knows.
other? Okay.
It might just be like an upgraded shroud.
I mean, it is
It
possible.
could just be an RGB.
It's possible that this is Volta-based.
Wait,
possible.
So it says Titan X, not Titan XP, though.
Yeah, but like,
Oh,
I think
it doesn't have the P?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
13-second video. Looks like the lighting could be customizable. Yeah, we don't really know anything
Really
about
not
it.
a
Like,
lot
it
of
is
info.
possible that this could be Volta based. I mean, Nvidia has had obviously working Volta hardware for months now, and just because AMD hasn't given them any compelling reason to release a better product within the price segments where they compete with them,
Here's the real question, Linus. Is the lighting RGB?
it looks like it might
Theoretically,
be.
yeah.
But I don't see how that's the real question. I'm trying to talk
Well,
GPU
no, that
architecture here.
that might matter
No.
a lot. See, the thing is, I don't know if people care about architecture anymore, as long as you've got lighting.
Exactly,
There's
yeah.
2 fans for $100 that are selling.
Yes.
What, really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What?
Luke.
2-fan package,
Yeah.
$100.
The LL
What
series.
fan is that? The light loops are
Corsair
$100 for
fans.
2 fans? Are they
RGB
really?
ones.
I actually didn't know that.
Two
Are you
140
serious?
millimeter fans. Of course, you get their Node Pro or whatever, the Lighting Node Pro, which makes you do pretty effects and stuff. But it's still 2 fans for $100. I bought it like last week and did a video on it on Floatplane.
You bought it?
It's a good
Yeah, I
video.
bought it.
It's on Floatplane. Yeah, he did.
It's
He
on
bought it.
Yeah.
Does Corsair not like you?
No, they do. It was. I wasn't planning to do any coverage on it, and then impromptu, I was like, I need a video idea. I'm not planned out like 5. They are. So I was like, I don't want to wait for Corsair to ship it and stuff, so I'll just buy it and pick it up the same day or whatever from Newegg.
And did you get some
that's-
sticker shock there?
Some what?
Did you know it was going to be $100 before you were like, oh, cool, light
I
loop
did.
fans?
I
Okay.
did, and I thought that's what made it an interesting video, because it was 2 fans for
It
$100.
is-
Like,
it-
let's check them out and see what's the deal.
It is genuinely a really good video. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say why I did this, but I've seen it like 6 times or 7 times.
What?
From
That's more
beginning
than
to end.
I don't think I've watched it once.
You know
I
what?
can
start
probably
to
quote
finish.
your video. I spent a Benjamin.
Wow.
See?
On point.
See?
Okay, confirmed. Yeah,
got
can
you.
confirm.
Freaking
But yeah,
brilliant.
it's pretty crazy, man. I mean, I don't know if you guys like saw the it's kind of old now, but like the tempered glass RGB video was like a stupid sketch that I did a while back.
Yep.
I actually
Yep.
did see that
That's-
one, yeah.
It's like it's funny because it's like one of those like it's funny because it's true, but also kind of sad because it's true type of
Like
things.
I have played up the RGB enthusiasm and all that. Like I've had a lot of fun with
yeah.
it, and I've played both sides
course.
of the character. I've played the one who tries to build the anti-RGB computer
Yeah.
by literally painting an entire computer, including the components, black,
I remember that one.
killing the motherboard in the process. Not a popular video, not a fine moment for the channel. All the way to building the ultimate RGB PC, including me wearing RGB shoes for the build. Like we've gone to both ends of the spectrum here, and
Pun intended.
I have to confess though that I like RGB, like in the sense that like I think it's cute and I think it's cool.
Yeah.
But I have a Corsair K70 RGB, like their first RGB keyboard, on my desk at home. And the thing about that particular RGB keyboard is that it defaults back to its red except for white on WASD and the arrows color scheme every time you like unplug it or like don't install the driver or whatever. So there were a couple times where I like bothered to set it up.
Yeah.
And then I got tired of it, and for well over a year it's been red with white WASD because I just can't be arsed.
Well, I feel like with keyboards it's a little different because there's literally like over 100 little things that you can configure and customize, right? It's like sensory overload. But I feel like if it's just more straightforward, it's like, okay, here's a headset or a motherboard. You're not going to have that many variations of what you can really do with it. And most people, like you said, like most people are going to set it and forget it, right? Like, okay, I like this profile, I'm going to keep it. Just set it this way, and it's that way for like the next 18 months or whatever it is. So I don't know, but at the same time, like I've gotten spoiled by RGB. Like I think I realized I don't
know why everyone thinks it's fake.
Because I had the first generation of the K70 RGB as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is stupid. I'm not going to pay X amount for just having this lighting and it can change colors and stuff. This is dumb. And then like the more updated, like the next generation came out, and I was like, wow, like the lighting's so much brighter and it looks so much better. I'm like, why doesn't my stupid first generation board have like bright, vibrant RGB lighting? And I was like, oh my god, I like RGB lighting.
So you went from not caring to caring so much that you want premium RGB lighting.
I went the other way around.
Like intellectually, I know it's dumb and gimmicky and stupid, but like my eyes are just like, give me more. It's like eye porn, you know?
The funny thing is, like, I think the PC enthusiast takes a lot of flack for caring about RGB lighting, but then for some reason, actually, no, we do make fun of car enthusiasts for their big spoilers. Never mind. Okay, forget it.
The spoilers are just silly.
The point I was trying to make died before it even finished getting out of my mouth.
I was so excited for RGB.
Tastes like rotting flesh.
Wow. Back when like the Ducky RGB was coming, Ducky Shine.
Yeah.
I was so excited. And then like we got some in at work. I got to see the Corsair one early at CES and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. And right when I saw it, I was like, oh, I don't know if I care. And then have never cared. My personal keyboard at home doesn't even have lights. I'm just like, nope. And even if it did, I have keycaps that cover them, and I would not swap out my keycaps because I prefer my PBT Ninja printed gold keycaps way over any lighting.
You're such a dork.
I feel like it's also one of those things where, like, if I didn't have, if I had a keyboard that didn't have RGB, I'd prefer it to have zero lighting whatsoever. I think it's just when you give me one option, that's when I want more. But if you just give me no options and it's not lit up at all, then I'll be like, oh, it's perfectly fine. But if you give me a keyboard that's just like, oh, you can only be red for... I'm like, well, why not green? Green's cool. What the fuck, man?
And why not red and green? Like, Christmas is almost here.
Right.
I love how you picked green, the like least common.
I'm gonna put one of those coexist bumper stickers on my keyboard.
Yeah.
Speaking of green, this next topic. So we'll do one more topic, then we'll do our sponsors, and then you can bail if you want, or you can sit through the sponsors if you're not too bored by them. Speaking of green, the Razer Phone officially announced. Scrappy Z Dog posted on the forum. Kyle, have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Razer Phone?
What?
Phone for gamers?
Yeah, sure.
Phone for gamers. It's for gamers.
Totally. Totes. It's
for gamers, Luke.
I've watched Austin's video on it, and I think I watched MKVHD's.
Yep. So,
I haven't watched anyone else's video on it, but yeah.
All right. So thoughts. Hit me. Okay, actually, you know what, Luke? You look like you have something to say. You look like you want to go first.
I'm so conflicted.
People complain on this show that I never let you talk. You look like you need to talk right now. Oh. What do you have to say about the Razer Phone?
I was just going to say, like, what are people playing on it? Because the first thing that jumped to my mind was like, oh, Clash of Clans. And you don't need a gaming phone to play Clash of Clans. But then also, right after I said that, like, come on now, you don't need this. You need 8 gigs to, like, build a castle in 18 months? Like, no, it's fine. But then I was at TwitchCon. The entire time that I was at TwitchCon, the like biggest, most ridiculous booth was Lineage 2, which blew my freaking mind because I played that like before WoW came out, and I'm like, why
Lineage
are you
2?
here? Yeah.
What the heck?
Exactly. Like that game from way before.
I just assumed you were talking about something else entirely.
No. But it's called like Ascension or something, and it's a mobile game. and it's like arena combat. I have no idea how all of this came together, but it was
What do you mean
huge.
arena combat? It was an MMO.
I know. I don't. All I saw was arena combat. It might have just been the PvP portion of the
okay,
MMO.
okay.
I'm not sure, but it's called Lineage 2 and then something, and it's this crazy phone game, and there's graphics all over the place and stuff. So maybe people
all over the place.
that like decide that they need to play a PvP MMO on their phone. And like if they're
You're
targeting the
becoming
right
old.
audience. Yeah, no, I know. That's the thing. And if they're
getting
targeting
old,
the right
dude.
audience, apparently this Lineage 2 game is like top grossing in South Korea and Japan.
Wow.
And like they had Day 9 on stage the entire event and had Conan O'Brien up on stage with him at one point in time. Like at TwitchCon live on stage. So they got money.
Conan O'Brien? He's like still relevant too. Like that must have been $1 million.
It was a lot of money.
Remember, there's a difference between so
I love Day 9.
Well, you know how much
engagement-
Clash of Clans brings in every day. Good
Yeah.
lord.
Yeah.
like wow.
$1 million?
Yeah, like, that was
that's a weekend.
The second I noticed that Day 9 was on stage all the time, I was like, that's really expensive. And then out of nowhere on, I think, Saturday, Conan's just up on stage with them, and I'm like,
Good lord.
that's, I don't care at all.
Yeah,
money.
because like here's the thing, like
Yeah.
like internet famous people have like appearance fees. Like I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. Like if someone is like, yeah, we really need you to be there, I'm like, well, like I have to travel, I'm away from home, I'm away from the office,
can't
I'm not
produce as many
working.
videos,
Like I'm working, so it costs money. But like my understanding is that for like A/B list celebrities, like
Conan's
people
a big deal.
who are relevant,
Yeah.
like just to like talk is like $1 million
Okay,
Yeah.
potentially.
really?
Yes.
Wow. I don't know. Either way.
Just like have a
huge
conversation.
deal booth. And it was weird, because you're at this booth, and everyone's extremely serious. They can't see me. Everyone's extremely seriously up on stage, like game face, this whole team versus that whole team.
On their phones.
And I'm like, what is this? So like, apparently there's a market for it.
Okay.
And Razer's from where?
Singapore. Yeah.
So they're pretty close to where that game is grossing really highly. So
Yep. Okay, so why don't we run? I'll run through the quick specs and then let's hear your thoughts, Kyle. 5.7 inch, 1440p, sharp display, 120 hertz. That's a big deal. Like, obviously, I'm not going to poo-poo them about that because I made a huge deal of the latest iPad Pro having a 120 hertz
It is a big deal,
variable
especially for
refresh
gaming.
rate display. Huge deal. Big fan. I love it. I love this move. Some people in my stream chat when I was talking about this while they were doing it were like, oh, that's stupid because 120 hertz is just a waste of battery. No, it's variable refresh rate, so it refreshes when it needs to. So you could turn it down, you could save the power, or you could turn it up, you could have a butter smooth experience.
and I expect
Fantastic.
in games it'll
Yeah.
try to crank up, and in your like home screen,
Yeah.
it's not going to.
Love this move.
Yeah, exactly. And the battery's pretty massive. Isn't it like
Yeah.
1,000 milliamps or something like?
4,000 milliamp hour battery, so they're saying 7 hours of gaming continuously. 8 gigs of RAM, 64 gig storage with expansion, stereo front-facing speakers with Dolby Atmos, though I'm not especially convinced that Dolby
Yeah.
Atmos has a ton of value when you have a stereo speaker configuration, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Snapdragon 835, and they're saying because of their cooling, it's the best performing Snapdragon 835 on the market.
How thick is the phone?
It's not thin, but it's not like a completely ridiculous brick either. It's
Okay.
not that far off what I would consider reasonable.
I'm cool with
no
It's
headphone
only got
jack.
like 120 mil.
$700,
Okay.
no headphone jack. Okay, Kyle, go. Headphone jack, yay or nay? Is this a deal breaker for you?
Honestly, it's one of those things where I've just like every phone that I've ever had, even like super crappy headphone jack. So psychologically, it weirds me out to think about using a phone daily that doesn't have one. But when I think about it realistically, in the last like 6 to 12 months, with my Google Pixel first generation, like I have probably used that jack once.
Really?
And so
Really?
I've used mine
logistically,
a
like
ton.
yeah. And,
I have a Pixel XL
and that's
first gen.
and that's why it's a never-ending discussion, is because it really just boils down to the end user. Are you someone who uses a wired headphones or earbuds with your phone? You know, and I typically don't. You know, when I listen to music, I am either on my desktop and I've got my cans there, or I'm in the car. And and I'm using Bluetooth. So for me, it's one of those things that I could live without. It's nice to have, but it's not necessary for me personally. But I completely understand how some people value that sort of thing, especially like when you get onto the audiophile spectrum, and you're having phones like what's LG's latest one with the
V30
DAC in it.
Yep.
Yeah, the V30.
And
so I mean, yeah, I get it. Pushing it forward and stuff like that. But for me personally, it's something that I could do without, assuming that the rest of the phone is exactly what I'm looking for. So.
Especially with certain mobile gaming titles coming out with like voice chat and stuff built in.
Yep.
Like the need to be on headphones actually sounds pretty major. And I know there's a big battery, but they're talking about a gaming phone. I know they say 7 hours. That's going to go down.
Yeah, if you're using a Bluetooth headset, that goes down for sure.
Yeah, and that's going to go down over usage of the phone as well.
Yep.
And
yeah,
the
that's
more
true.
you load it up with stuff, you add voice chat in, that's more things that need to be processed.
Like I'm using my headphone jack right now
Yeah.
to listen to you, Kyle. So you might say that I'm not really.
That's a really
I might
sad,
be better off
that's
without
a really
it.
sad argument. That's a really sad case.
Wow.
But for
like
better
I said,
or for,
it's one of those things where you're really not going to care much, or you're going to be like desperately in need of it. I feel like there's zero gray area here.
with that said, I have gotten used to not having a headphone jack mostly because I've been working on my Pixel 2 review. I was working on my review of the iPhone 8 and the 8 Plus. There's at least one other. Yeah, I was working on my review of the Xiaomi Mi Mix 2, and these are all phones that don't have headphone jacks. And I'm just used to now carrying around this weird, stupid multi-dongle adapter thing that I built myself so that I just have something on hand at all times. Shut up.
I didn't know you strapped it all together.
Yeah, because this way I
You
can,
made your own multi-cable.
so I can run this one through here, and then the whole
Oh,
thing
wow.
stays together.
Oh, wow.
No, actually, this was not
Lord,
my
man.
idea. This was this came with the Moto Z Force,
Okay.
and I liberated it. And
That
then
was included.
I came up with the idea of putting multiple adapters on it. So
Nice.
that's all that I contributed to this. I tried to find one to buy because I was like, I should get some spares of these.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. I don't even know what to search for
What
in
would you
Amazon.
call it? Yeah.
Like the dongle holder.
Dongle
Like,
holder, headphone adapter, pro, waterproof.
we should do it as like an LTT merch item.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Just like get like 5,000 of them, maybe like, yep, we invented this.
Like Kyle's fidget spinner.
We invented this out of Motorola's included accessories. Did you really do a fidget spinner?
I did.
You're a
And
monster.
They sold
out,
miraculously.
didn't they? Yeah. Yeah.
Sold so well.
Yeah.
But you know what? I haven't replenished them. As soon as they sold out, that was the only stock, because that's literally about how long that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been pretty risky.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so there you go,
Gotta
Razer
take
phone.
advantage.
I had a lot of people.
Okay, hold up. I don't know
Yeah.
where people are getting this from. There's some people in chat being like, "This is so annoying. They said it's not a gaming phone."
Yes,
No, we
they
didn't.
did.
We didn't say it's not a gaming phone.
Oh, I thought they were saying Razer said it's not a gaming
It's totally
phone.
a gaming phone.
Oh.
Yeah, it's totally a gaming phone. Who said it's not a gaming phone?
I don't know where the chat sort of got that from. It's a gaming phone.
Yeah, it's a gaming phone. Everyone agrees it's a gaming phone.
Yeah.
We don't know why it's a gaming phone, other than the high refresh rate display,
And it's got
and that
some-
Razer said it is.
Got some RAM.
Yeah.
Battery.
Yeah, but it doesn't have, like, okay, that's okay, I find Razer very frustrating sometimes, and this is not because they didn't send me a phone, and they did send some to other tech YouTubers. That's not why I'm upset. I did have a call with them about that, so we definitely talked about it, but yeah, it's all good.
I'm not salty, but I did blow up their facility.
Yeah, which is why I'm not salty anymore.
Oh, apparently they're upset because they called it a phone for gamers, not a gaming phone.
Wow, I don't care.
Wow.
Okay, so the problem so Razer frustrates me sometimes because they do this stuff. They're like, and it has the most amazing battery, the best battery, the biggest battery.
My friends
in
called
a
me,
flagship
they said
phone.
it's an amazing
They said it's an
battery.
amazing battery, and he really did sound like that.
A triumphant.
Like, did you watch the keynote, Kyle?
Amazing. Wait, did I watch what?
The keynote
tremendous
the
battery.
announcement.
No, I did not watch the keynote. No.
Okay, it's pretty amazing. It's tremendous. It's the best. Anyway, the point is they're just like, and then they show how big the battery is, and it's 4,000 milliamp hours. And I was like, okay, you do realize that the Galaxy S8 Active is arguably a flagship phone because it's a Galaxy S8. Oh, and by the way, it has a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. So yes, while technically you do have, and also it ignores the Mate 10, so that's a whole other thing. But you could make the argument that if they're not competing in the same markets, then it's the biggest in a flagship phone. No, there's no way to defend this. So there was a lot of embellishment, and Razer does tend to do these things. I actually have a bit coming in my upcoming review of the Razer Blade 4K. Where there were 3 things in their reviewer's guide that were that ranged from misleading to outright false.
Nice.
And I'm just sitting here going, what are you guys even doing?
That's good. Do your job.
There's a lot of companies that do that.
Look it up.
There's a lot of...
Come on.
Yeah, I was finding it particularly cringeworthy during
it's frustrating.
during this stream the other day.
I feel you.
Apparently the P2 has a 5100 milliamp hour battery, so there's that. You know what though? I don't want to take anything away from them about the front-facing speakers and the 120 hertz display.
Both of those are very cool.
Both of those things make it enough of a gaming phone that I'm not going to razz them too hard.
I agree. I think the refresh rate. I mean, there's so much emphasis on pixel pushing. Like, we have the highest resolution phone ever. No, we have the highest and like everyone forgets about refresh rate. So it's kind of cool to see a company like Razer, who's always been sort of more gamer centric, to come in and be like, look, pixel count isn't the only thing that matters, you noobs, and actually do something about it. So that's cool.
It did drive me.
I do appreciate that.
It did drive me pretty crazy when they were talking about how this was the first mobile device with a variable refresh rate 120 hertz display. Because the last time I checked, the iPad Pro is technically not a phone, but it's definitely a mobile device.
Everything's a mobile device if you try hard enough.
That's true. Technically, a desktop is a mobile device if you're willing to sort of put the saddlebags on the pony.
You should do a tech quick. As a mobile.
Yeah.
Oh lordy.
Well, people in chat are asking, what is a gaming phone?
I think a 120 hertz phone is a gaming phone right now.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. It's got extra RAM. It's got extra battery life. It's got a nice screen, forward-facing speakers, so you can sit there and play your thing.
Sure. I mean, I can see why people are upset about no headphone jack on a gaming phone.
Yeah.
Also, Razer's camera looks pretty trash.
They just want you to be really obnoxious on the train
from the demo shots.
Speakers.
And they didn't really... Okay, I did tune out of the stream before it was completely over, but they didn't really talk about the front-facing camera at all during the meat of the announcement.
Not a selfie
That
phone.
bad, huh?
But, well, I don't know. Maybe it's great, but I would expect a gaming phone to have a great front-facing camera.
Why?
Yeah.
Streaming?
Yeah, streaming.
Yeah, for streaming, yeah.
Yep, I would expect the front-facing camera to be like as good as the rear shooter. If you're going to say, yep, this is like the gaming phone.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
That makes sense.
All right, so we have to do our sponsors now. So Kyle, did you want to peace out? I know we've kept you an hour and a half after when you said you had to go, or do you want to hang around and chill with us?
Guys, as much as I enjoyed,
all right,
probably going to have to bow out.
All right. So one last time, guys, Kyle is now available on Floatplane. It's the best Floatplane. The best float plane. It's the greatest. It's insane, this float plane. Insane.
I mean, at being a plane that can float, it's pretty bad. But at being a website that streams things, it also doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, it's not a website.
But at serving video through a forum, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. So you can head over there.
Well said.
Yeah.
You can head over there. It's so you're aiming for 1 week windows on your content. So 1 week early access. Is that correct?
That is true.
So there you go, guys. Go check it out, Bitwit Ultra, and you can see the video that we were talking about earlier. The best RGB fans on the market, the best.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. Today I'm taking a look.
It's a good video.
It's a good video.
And I will say I enjoyed your testing as well. It was good.
Oh, thanks, Luke.
Yeah.
See, this is why I like you more than things.
Do you see that buffering?
Yeah.
Do you see how fast that video is buffering? Okay, arguably we're on 360p.
Yeah.
So
I did mention that earlier.
I'm cheating a little bit.
Even better.
We're at 140p. Look at how fast.
Look at that buffer.
Still, come on, baby. Look at that responsive player. Look at that responsive player. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
Super thin. The whole kit doesn't.
Okay, I'll stop pimping Kyle, and I'll stop pimping Floatplane right now. All right, and I will start pimping our sponsors for the WAN show today. All right, see you, Kyle.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Bye.
All right. So number 1 is
We're-
Synergy.
Oh my goodness.
Can you believe how late it is? I'm sorry. You can leave too if you want. But
It's so late. No,
Yeah.
I will stay.
Synergy is the solution to your problem of having multiple computers with multiple keyboards and mice and not wanting to do that anymore.
Get outta
Yeah,
here.
you don't need that anymore.
This is terrible.
Oh, I know. Those headphones, I mean, they're like, they literally are like the communal bicycle, except
Yeah.
the communal monitors.
They're pretty OG. I'm gonna take them back to the room.
Like those are pretty used.
They've been around for a
AF.
long time.
Yeah. Synergy lets you use one keyboard and mouse across multiple computers. You just literally drag your mouse across the screens after you configure Synergy, and you just kind of say where all of your displays are, and boom, you're using a different computer, and the keyboard works with that one now. You can even drag and drop files. You can copy paste. The Pro version includes encryption for the data that's passed between the computers, and in my opinion, the coolest thing about Synergy is that it is cross-platform. Windows, Mac, and Linux. So whether you have like a gaming box and a separate dev box, or whether you, run apps that are only available on Mac,
My
and then you
biggest
also
thing-
have ones that are only available on Windows.
My biggest thing every time is if you have a laptop for work. A lot of people do that these days. You have a laptop for work, you take it home, you just plunk her down, turn it on, you're already done.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
So it all runs over the network, and you guys can head over to seamless.com/synergy/WAN2, and you can save 50% on Synergy today.
That's some serious discount going
That
on
is
right
some
there.
serious discount. And you know what's not discounted? Squarespace.
Whoa.
Except that it is.
Oh.
Unless
a
you don't use
curveball.
our code.
Wow.
Wow.
So rude.
Squarespace lets you build your own beautiful website. Just pick one of their great templates and boom, you put in your pictures, you put in your text. You can actually have a site up in a matter of minutes if you just want one of those simple one-page sites. It's all cloud-based, so there's no like, oh no, I forgot to upload that thing or whatever. You just go ahead, make all your changes, click save, and instantly your site is visible to anyone on the web. And they have been extraordinarily reliable for us. I don't think I have ever gotten a complaint that LinusMediaGroup.com has been down in the last 4 years.
And we've tried to like intentionally bring it down.
Oh yeah, we've tried to Zerg rush it by being like, okay, everyone on WAN Show, go hit it now. We've seen it slow down,
For like a second.
but it actually usually is like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Squarespace starts at just $12 a month. Your site looks great on any device because they feature because all their templates feature responsive design. So whether it's a desktop, laptop, or even a mobile device, it'll look awesome. And they've got tons of great modules built in, like Commerce, which actually now includes extra information. It's not in my notes here, but actually the Commerce module has been upgraded. So the Commerce module now includes, we have to pull that up. Is that a Squarespace site that someone built?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, I
should
was
we pull up
checking.
Luke was wrong?
No, we shouldn't.
No, okay, never
There's
mind.
a new
forget it.
reason why we should.
Oh.
Yeah. I will show you in a moment.
Oh, okay. Well, at any rate, head over to squarespace.com/WAN and use offer code WAN to save 10%. Which leads us to our last sponsor, who is actually giving away three different models. 3 models of their desktop Z-Box mini PCs. So they're giving, this is Zotac, and wow, this is awesome. They're giving away one PI-225. So this guy is fanless, so zero noise, 2 USB 3 ports, wireless AC, an Intel N3350 processor, I believe that's quad core, and 4 gigs of LPDDR3 memory, so super compact, fanless machine.
I was going to say,
it's
one of the really
size of a 2.5-inch SSD.
Yeah. One of the really cool things about this thing is it's so freaking tiny.
This is, I believe, the successor to the one that I used when I was trying to do the build a PC in a fridge project.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember that super tiny one that they had that was kind of plasticky? This one looks a lot nicer, actually.
It's really sharp.
Cool.
It kind of looks, in a slightly nostalgic way, it kind of looks like a... I don't know.
Looks
why
like a battery bank or like.
It looks like a lot of different things. To be fair, this looks like it doesn't look like it at all, but like a 3.5-inch floppy. with the like slidey thing on top.
I see your point. I
Like,
see where you're coming
yeah,
from.
like no, but also sort of.
They're giving away an MI 553. So this guy's higher performance, a Core i5 7300 HQ quad core. It's ready for Optane memory. It's got Thunderbolt 3, so you could even hook up an external GPU to it at some point if the prices ever come down on those. And basically this would be like a very portable, pretty slick little low power workstation. And finally, they're also giving away a ZBox EN1070K-U. So this guy is available in a GTX 1060 or 1070 configuration and has a Core i5 7500T processor. So that's a quad-core processor. This one, the one that we're giving away for that one, comes with the GTX 1070, but it's a bare bones, so you're going to need to add your own drive and RAM. So the giveaway will be running for 2 weeks from today, and the link is actually, I'm going to post that in the Twitch chat, and we're going to have it below the archived video on YouTube. So go check that out, guys. Go join the party. Boom. All right. This was a week where we actually had a lot of tech news to cover and then just didn't. So should we try and blow through some of this stuff? Do you want to talk about Blizzard?
I mean, I'm down. I don't actually have a ton to say, surprisingly.
Really? Okay, so this was posted by Johners on the forum, the original articles from PC Gamer.
I can keep it kind of short. There's a lot of places that this was trending on Twitter, which just shows how many people are actually into it. I think that's actually kind of cool. There's a huge amount of gaming news articles that all announced this at like the same time. I believe, this one actually had some details from Blizzard's vice president, which was kind of cool. They are bringing back classic servers. This is a commitment to do it. This is not it's coming now. They've asked for people to be patient. I'm kind of suspecting it's going to be like a year.
It's going to take time. Because while some of what they said about why they couldn't do it sounded like BS, there are legitimately probably some things that'll have to be rebuilt.
Well, they're hiring a staff specifically for this, which is one problem they're going to run into, is trying to find people. And they're trying to make it so that the staff is all passionate about this project.
Right.
So they're trying to find very specific people. I'm sure there's tons of them, but they're going to have to vet them and all that kind of stuff. They are changing certain things. They're not making it so that there's cross-server. You will be on one server, which is very cool. That was one thing people were really worried about. There's no looking for group. There's no looking for raid. Both of those were very important to people, but they will be changing some things. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like achievements and you can like buy certain pets and like some
microtransaction 2017 stuff.
Yeah, maybe you can buy a certain mount that's like from the store only, like they do in the modern games. I have no idea, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's some microtransaction-y things going on. But I don't think it'll be anything major. I really hope they don't add a character boost. I don't think they will. I think it'll be okay. But who knows? Yeah. No date. It's going to be awesome. I'm definitely going to be on it. A lot of people I know are going to be on it, which is going to be cool. If you want to come play with me, I'm super down. Let's do it up. That's all I really have to say.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm very happy that they actually did it.
Let me have a look and see if actually some of this stuff is.
We can watch the. Yeah, I don't know. It's at the top of the thing if you want to watch it.
I kind of wanted to talk about this, posted by Aluminium Tech on the forum. Original article from The Verge. Apple fired the engineer whose daughter's hands-on video of the iPhone X went viral when she published it. Was it
published early?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And a lot of people are siding with the engineer here. Basically, what went down was she published a vlog that included a trip to the Apple campus to visit her dad and see an unreleased iPhone X. The video was quickly picked up by sites like 9to5Mac and spread even further on YouTube. So her dad basically violated a company rule by allowing her to film the unreleased handset, as filming on Apple's campuses is strictly prohibited. The video included footage of an iPhone X with special employee-only QR codes. A Notes app was also shown on the iPhone X in the video, which appeared to include code names of unreleased Apple products.
Wow.
So a lot of people are kind of defending the engineer, and that is super dumb.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
This was literally Okay, I haven't personally read an Apple engineer-employee agreement because I'm not an engineer, and I don't think
I'm
Apple
sure
would ever
this is
hire me.
a huge deal within it.
But
Yeah, that's really bad.
take this from someone who has never worked at Apple and probably will never work at Apple. I know that this would get me fired from Apple. It is not rocket surgery to figure out how secretive Apple is and how seriously they would take something like this. And even if they didn't want to do it, they would have no choice. They are completely backed into a corner on something like this. If the whole thing had been quiet and the video hadn't gone viral and they had seen him doing it and been like, whoa, yo, remember you're not supposed to film here, that wouldn't have been fireable probably if they could have just kind of gone, okay, we all dodged a bullet there. But the fact that this went viral, the fact that it was his daughter, so they knew exactly who it was, everyone in the company would see this and go, oh, well, if he can do it, then hashtag YOLO, who cares? I can do it too. Apple is so secretive, and the development time on a project that Apple would release, whether it's an iPhone 10 or an Apple TV or who knows, maybe it's the Apple car, whatever it is, could be anywhere from 6 months to 12 months to 24 months to 36 months. A company like that is working on tech that you won't see for years. And they have to take that kind of thing seriously, because you look at how quickly their competitors will try to clone what they're doing with the level of secrecy that they've achieved. And now imagine if their competitors knew that that was the direction Apple was going, a year or 2 years or 3 years in advance. They cannot afford that. That is Apple's entire value as a, however many billions of dollars that they're worth. That's Apple's value, is that they are, for better, whether you agree or not, that they're innovators, that they are trendsetters, that they are forward thinkers. Because the iPhone itself, as just a piece of cellular communications hardware, is not that special. I think we can all agree on that. And they had no choice. Sorry.
People are saying in the chat that he didn't know. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually matter.
No one cares.
Yeah, no one
doesn't
cares.
matter.
And someone in the comments on the official post from, I believe it was The Verge, was saying oh, this might be really good for them actually because some other company will just pick them up. Not necessarily. That's a big mark on your name in that industry. Microsoft has fired people for this before. Nintendo has fired people for this before. I believe Sony has fired people for this before.
Probably, whether we hear about it or not, the fact that it's Apple and it's the iPhone 10 is probably the only reason that we're hearing about it at all.
Nintendo fired not only one parent, but both.
Really?
Yeah. And one of them had super nothing to do with it. And
Well,
they were just
that's stupid.
Nope, your family's
But that's
done.
Nintendo.
Yeah. And Nintendo's also very vicious about these types of NDA things. And they always have been.
In other news, Broadcom to acquire Qualcomm. I actually had no idea that Broadcom was that big.
They should rename to ComCom.
You don't like Broadqual?
Oh my goodness.
People apparently line up for the iPhone 10. So while a lot of analysts were super concerned about the fact that no one seemed that amped on the iPhone 8, Bloomberg has this fantastic little chart in their article on this where they show lineups. And I don't... there we go. Lineups for iPhones. I don't know how exactly they measured this. Number of people lining up in the mornings.
What?
Whatever. Anyway, it kind of makes
Where?
sense. This kind of makes sense that Plus and C would have had big lines because all of a sudden there was a cheap iPhone, which was kind of neat, I guess. iPhone 4 was sort of a big deal.
Yeah, it was.
iPhone 6 Plus was a huge deal. And then, nothing's really changed since then. And then iPhone 10. It's showing that even though the iPhone 8/8 Plus was literally the least exciting iPhone of all time, the iPhone 10 is right back up there with the 5, even if it's not up there with the 4, the 5S, 5C, and the 6 and 6 Plus.
But then again, the 4 and the 6 and 6 Plus were freaking huge.
Yeah. So there you go. Maybe Apple's not going out of business yet after all. I don't know. What else we got going on here? Razer Phone.
Let's see.
You know what? I'm done.
Okay.
Great show. Great show today, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Bye.
Boop. I feel bad for James when we only cover like a third of his topics.
And this was a really good doc too.
Yeah, it was actually an excellent,
and
excellent doc.
Of any week to not cover topics, this was the wrong one because there was actually a lot of really good topics.
Yeah, I know. I could have talked about AMD EPYC getting 64 cores. Which I don't think we talked about at all.
Nvidia's AI faces, which are like amazing.
Yeah, which are like actually kind of cool.
Zotac, Synergy.
But you know, if people wanted tech news, would they really tune into the WAN?